In the starting of the anime, we see our main character inside a dark dungeon, saying to himself, "Where exactly am I? The last thing I remember is that the demon killed me. Indeed, I died by the steel of demon tribe. But now, upon looking around, it seems I have reincarnated again. But what happened to me?" Then he starts looking at a screen that flashes in front of his eyes, revealing his status, and he finds that he has two skills, Elemental Howling and Skill Absorb. It is revealed that he has become an S-rank monster Behemoth Cub, child of Behemoth, and that in this world, such monsters are the strongest ones, classified as disaster class monsters, requiring multiple nations to unite together to defeat them. He laughs at the irony of fate that, once a knight who dedicated his life to fight such monster is now reincarnated into the same creature. When he sees his reflection in the water, he is very shocked because he looks like a cat. In the next scene, we see an elf named Arya, who wakes up early, gets ready with her swords, and starts heading toward the same dungeon to kill monsters. On the other hand, we see the same cat worried about his wounds. Then he notices an E-rank slime and uses Elemental Howling to kill it. Afterward, he feels hungry and says, "Since reincarnating, I haven't eaten anything." He eats the slime, and suddenly slime's power gets absorbed into him due to his absorb skill. Then he realizes he has a storage skill, which he uses to store the slime. Meanwhile, Arya reaches the gate but is denied entry by the guards. She shows them a locket, after which they let her in. On the other hand, the cat encounters a dangerous B-rank wyvern, kills it, eats its meat, and absorbs its skill. Then he defeats several high-rank monsters and absorbs all their skills, continuing his journey. Eventually, he finds a treasure chest. Overjoyed, he says, "I never got something this precious in my previous life, but now I can finally have it." However, as he approaches, he realizes it is a trap and gets teleported to a different location. There, he encounters an extremely dangerous S-rank earth dragon, which says, "Now you will die." The cat fights the monster with all his strength, but his howling attack has no effect. The monster attacks with its claws, and although the cat creates a shield, the monster's claws are so powerful that the shield breaks. The cat is shocked and severely injured. The dragon, enraged, prepares to kill the cat. Using his remaining skills, the cat dodges and escapes by flying away, leaving the monster furious. The next moment, we see the cat in a dire state, bleeding and barely able to walk, saying, "It seems this is the end for me." Then he collapses unconscious. At this point, Arya enters the scene and finds the cat. She approaches him. In the next scene, the cat wakes up in Arya's house, shocked to see her taking care of him. Watching her, he thinks, "It seems she doesn't know that I am a monster. She thinks I am just a normal cat." Days pass, and Arya continues to take care of the cat, and the two bond as Arya even him sleep on her plots. One day, after Arya gives him food and leaves, the cat thinks, "She gave me food, healed me, and even gave me a place to stay. From now on, I will serve her. She is my master." Saying this, he secretly hides on Arya's boat. After that, he follows her quietly and even reaches the dungeons. After some time, Arya sees some goblins, and with the help of her speed, she goes and kills all of them. Seeing this, the cat is shocked and says to himself, "It seems she is quite fast." But then suddenly, another goblin mage appears. Arya gets completely ready, but this goblin was no ordinary one. It was Mage. Then, cunningly, it fires magic at Arya, catching her off guard. However, our main character the cat comes and moves Arya aside just in time. He thinks to himself, "I cannot use my skill, or else she will find out." Saying this, he directly punches the goblin in the face, killing it instantly. Arya is very surprised and asks, "Cat, why are you here?" After this, she starts loving the cat even more and thanks it for saving her. Then Arya goes to the guild. Suddenly, a man appears and says, "Arya, it's nice to see you. Have you finally come to join my party?" Arya declines, but the man looks at her with lustful eyes and tries to touch her inappropriately from behind. However, the cat jumps straight to the man and scratches his face, which makes him very angry. He draws his sword to kill the cat, but just then, the guild receptionist and former B-rank adventurer appears and stops him. He says, "Cussman, don't you know it's illegal to draw a sword inside the guild?" Seeing the receptionist, Cussman becomes very scared and runs away. Arya thanks the receptionist, whose name is Anna. Anna says, "This cute little cat seems to be your armor, meaning your knight?" Arya replies, "Yes, he has saved my life twice. From now on, his name is Tama, and I'm officially making it my pet." Hearing this, the cat becomes very happy and says to himself, "I feel really good about this." Then Arya gives the goblin ears she collected from the dungeon to the receptionist. In the next moment, we see Arya is quite drunk and in her drunken state, she tells the cat, "Now you will bathe with me." Tama becomes very shocked and says to himself, "I won't look at my master or enter her dressing room." But he ends up there anyway. He then says to himself, "I won't bathe with my master," but eventually he bathes with her. Later, Arya says, "Hey Tama, do you think I will ever become strong?" Tama is very surprised to hear this. Arya continues, "When I was little, many demons attacked my village, but then a sword saint appeared and killed all the demons by herself, saving all of us. Since then, I've wanted to become like her when I grow up." Hearing this, Tama thinks to himself, "I've heard about her. She was a hero, Ragnarok." He then goes to Arya to comfort her. In the next scene, we see Arya stepping out early in the morning. Everyone greets her with good morning and talks to her, which makes Tama think, it seems everyone likes Arya. When they reach the guild, Anna says, "Arya, you should leave here." Arya doesn't understand, but then Kusman arrives with an order stating that anyone who harms him will be sentenced to death. Seeing this, Arya becomes very scared, and Tama becomes furious, thinking, he's here to take revenge for the scratch I gave him the other day. Arya kneels before Kusman and pleads, "Please don't hurt him. Let him go." Kusman says, "Okay, I'll give you a chance. Duel with me. If you win, I'll let the cat go. But if I win, you'll have to marry me." Hearing this, Arya becomes very troubled and furious but accepts to save Tama. In the next scene, we see the entire arrangement for the fight. Anna is the referee and announces, C-rank Kusman is about to fight D-rank Arya. Before the fight begins, Kusman says, "I know I'm a higher rank than Arya, so I'll give her a chance. Anyone who wants to can fight alongside her can come out." But no one from the crowd steps up to help Arya and Kusman starts laughing. At that moment, Tama comes forward. Seeing this, Anna says, "Arya, do you understand? I believe this is the right choice. He will protect you." Kusman laughs and says, "If you want, you can take the help of a cat too." The fight begins. Tama runs straight at Kushman to attack him, but Kushman knocks him away with his sword. Tama thinks to himself, "I knew it. If I don't use my skill, I can't defeat him." Then Arya uses her speed to attack Kusman, but he dodges and kicks her hard. Kusman then attacks Arya and starts overpowering her. Meanwhile, Tama is very troubled, thinking, should I use my skill? But if I do, everyone will know I'm a monster, and that would cause a lot of problems. What should I do? On the other side, Kusman strikes Arya down and says, "Arya, give up and marry me." Despite this, Arya doesn't lose courage. Kusman prepares to deliver the final blow, but Tama blocks it using his shield and uses his howling attack to send Kusman flying. Anna, Arya, and everyone else are amazed. Tama thinks to himself, now everyone knows I'm not a normal cat but a dangerous monster. It seems this is the end for me. These people will kill me now. Oh well, at least I was able to protect my master in my final moments. That's enough for me. I can die happily now. However, Anna and Arya, overjoyed, say, it seems this is an elemental cat. It can even understand human language. Hearing this, Tama becomes very surprised and somewhat relieved. He thinks, they didn't realize it. These people are quite foolish. Arya wins the match, and everyone cheers for her. In the next scene, we see both of them sleeping peacefully, and Tama says, this is how my journey begins. This is where episode 1 ends, and this is an ongoing anime. If you want to see the next episodes, give it as many likes and comments as possible, because the more likes and comments it gets, the sooner I'll bring the next episode.